All right, welcome to the start of Viscounts of the West Kingdom. So this is going to be a three-player game. As you can see, I'm going to be red playing against yellow and green. I'm going to be the first player, so I went ahead and gave myself this token, and we're pretty much ready to go. Now, before we start, just FYI, I've already gone ahead and done the pre-game draft for your special hero townsfolk card and your player card. Now, this card is going to tell you what you start the game with, the resources, the money, any deed or poverty cards. They're all going to go into your display area. All right, so I've gone ahead and done that, and it's going to tell you where your Viscount starts on the board. I'm going to start on number 7. You're going to see the little red flags on the outside. All right, so I'm going to be right there. All right, up next, there's going to be your hero card that you got. This is just going to get shuffled directly into your main deck. All right, he's a little bit more powerful than your base cards, and the rest of the cards are going to be the same between all the players. You're going to tell by the color over here which deck they're supposed to get. Okay, so you're going to give this a good shuffle. You're going to draw 3 cards. And let's put our main deck where it belongs over here. All right, so I'm going to be first player, so I get to choose what I want to do. All right, so it looks like I got a criminal here, a trading guy, which is the journeyman, and the abbot here, which can give me a manuscript icon. Now in this game, okay, it's kind of very similar to Paladins of the West Kingdom. When you do an action, you're looking at all the icons on your player board or other cards that can give you icons as well. And that's going to be the strength of the action you want to perform. So for example, if I played a character like this, on my player board, I'm going to have 1 black symbol, 1 gray symbol, 1 gold symbol, and 4 blue symbols. So maybe I'd want to do a blue action or a trade action because I'll get the best bang for my buck. Now you can augment these actions all the time by spending resources, 1 resource type per action type, and you can also do a kind of discard action, but we'll get to that later when I do my turn. All right, just giving you a very high level of how the strength / action mechanism works. Just FYI, the criminals are wild, but they do give you corruption every time you use them. All right, so what do I want to do? I'm going to start over here. On your turn, I'm just going to mention this one time. You're always going to go from the left, the green bar here, and work your way across. All right, this is like a player aid. Just follow it, and it tells you what you're doing on your turn. First thing over here is sliding all the cards on your tableau to the right. Second thing you're going to do is add a card to your tableau. If you had any corruption, you'll get some move this marker to the right. Then you're going to move your Viscount. Maybe augment your action by discarding a townsfolk card. Perform one of the 4 actions in the game. Maybe add a card to your deck, resolve collisions, then draw back up to 3, or your hand size, and then it's going to go on to the next player. All right, so that's a basic overview of the game. Okay, that's enough talking. Let's decide what we want to do. All right, so my Viscount is here. Now, I started the game with a lot of stone, so one of the things I did want to do is build a building, but unfortunately, actually, I could do it. If I do play my criminal, this is going to give me my +1, which will be helpful. So you know what? I will do that. It's a good idea. So I'm going to play my criminal as my first card in my tableau. Okay, so that's the, so first slide everything to the right, start the game. We don't have to do it. Next, add a card to your tableau. Next, if you played a criminal, you're going to lose, I forget what this is, morale or whatever it is. You're going to lose according to how many of those symbols are in your tableau. Well, I only have 1 symbol, so this is going to go to the right 1 time. Now, if I played a non-criminal card, it wouldn't shift over because I didn't play a criminal. All right, but there you go. Up next, I'm going to move my Viscount. Now, moving Viscount, he moves at the cost of the card that you played. All right, so when moving guys around the map, it's like a ginormous rondel. Just follow the arrows on the spaces that you're at. Everything goes clockwise. So this guy, with 1 movement, I can either go down over here, or I can go up here. Right, simple enough. You can pay coins to move extra spaces. So if I really wanted to reach this spot over here, I can move 1, pay an extra coin to move again. If I really want to go around the board, well, I can pay a ton of cash and just zip around as far as I want. Okay, but I'm going to move only 1 space, I think. So what I think I'm going to do is go 1. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go another spot as well. I'm going to go right over here. And I'll show you why I'm going to do that in a little bit. Actually, for round 2. Okay, so from there, I would have to pay an extra coin. All right, this just goes into the general supply to move the extra space. Okay, so that was movement. Next, I could discard the card where I'm at to augment the action that I want to do. All right, now because this is a criminal, I can actually do that, but it's going to cost me 3 coins, and that's really expensive, and I don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm not going to augment it because I have 5 strength, and that's enough, more than enough that I need. Okay, so I'm not going to be doing that step. Probably on my second turn, I'll show you how that works. All right, after that, I'm going to pick my action. All right, so the action I want to do is constructing a building. All right, so that is the hammer action over here, and that's building one of these on the outside of the board. So I did have to end my movement on the outside of the board to perform this action. Essentially, the blue bags trade building and building, which are the hammers, you do on the outside of the board. The other 2 actions, adding workers and writing manuscripts, are done on the inner side of the board, or inner circle. The other ones are done in the outer circle. All right, so I want to do the hammer action. So what I do is I calculate what my strength is for that action. So on my player board right now, I have 2 icons. So my strength is 2. I got an icon here, and the criminals, these purple icons are wild. So this, until this falls off my track, I have pretty much a +1 for every action I want to do in the game, which is awesome. Okay, so it's 2. Now for building, I can use stone to augment that even more, which is what I'm going to do. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I'm going to toss this into the general supply. So now I have a building strength of 5, all right, which allows me to build, I believe these are called trading posts, all right, because the building strength needed is on top. So this is 5, this is 7, and this is 3. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to build this onto the board, because now in the future, whenever I do a trade action, I'm going to add +2 icons to that action, all right. Now the location I can build this is where I'm currently sitting. It's usually only 2 different options on either side of the river as well. So if I'm over here, I can build here or here, but not on the other side of the river here. But if I was there, then I can go there or there, so on and so on. So which of these spots do I want to build on? I think I'm going to build on this one over here to get an inkwell from the general supply. All right, where you build, you'll get that benefit. All right, I could have gone over here to gain a white virtue, but let's see, is that a good idea? I can move here. No, I'm okay. If I'm a criminal, I'm going to get a ton of black cards. That's pretty good. All right, so I'm going to gain a inkwell to add to my personal supply. All right, so I did my action. Next, I can buy the card on the tile that my Viscount is on. All right, so I'm going to look at this card. And you know what? I will buy that card. That's another reason I really want to go to this spot, because that card interested me more than this card. All right, so now the cost of the card, let's go grab it, is indicated in the top left of the card. So this is going to cost me 3 coins. Let's get 3 coins from my personal supply. 1, 2, 3. All right, and this is just going to go into my discard pile. All right, sort of deck building style. Yeah, let's put it right over here. All right, now when you buy a card, you also get the benefit / detriment of what's on the right here. It's sort of a detriment. You're going to lose another black morale space. Okay, so there you go. That was that step. Now, look if you have collisions. No. And then drop to your hand size, which is going to be 3. So I'm going to draw an extra card, put it in my hand, and now I'm going to decide next turn what I want to do. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, you just saw 1 full turn, and that took quite a while. So the game is kind of long if I'm going to show you everyone's turn. So just to speed it up, I'm going to do green and yellow's turn off camera, and then I'll come back and just give you a summary of what they did, and I'll come back from my turn, and we'll see what I'm going to do next. All right, so I've gone ahead and done everyone else's turn. So just to give you a recap, green went over here and you got a ton of gold, which is going to be good for him. His strategy, I think, is to put a ton of guys into the middle castle here, get a ton of benefits throughout the game. And yellow went ahead and went over here and got the first manuscript of the game, which allowed him to get a deed card. And those are great because when you get 3 of the same color, you're going to get a permanent symbol and extra scoring at the end of the game. All right, so pretty simple. That was their turn. Now loose back to red. So now what do I want to do? I'm looking at my hand. I think what I want to do is sort of follow in green's footstep and get a lot of guys into the castle. Sort of doing a 2-pronged thing. I think I'm going to build outside and get some guys and maybe ignore the manuscripts throughout the game. All right, so let's do that. So let's see. It doesn't really matter which of these 2 cards I want to play. This one, when she falls off, I get to flip a card over. And this one, I get to recruit a character for free, which might be really good. So I think I'm going to play this guy. Plus, I do need the movement. It's going to cost 1, 2. Plus, I'm going to have to move another spot to get there into the gold spot. Okay, so let's do the turn in order, like usual. Start from the left. First thing is move everything to the right. All right, so I do have a card in my tableau. It's going to move to the right. Next, add a card to my tableau. I'm going to add this one over here. Is it a criminal? No. So I don't have to move my marker yet. Okay. After that, move my Viscount. So it moves at 2. I'm going to pay a coin to move an extra space. So I'm going to move at 3. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Now, if you finish your movement where somebody else already is, they get to rearrange the cards in their tableau. They only have 1 card in their tableau, so they're going to keep it where it is. So that's fine. And now I get to do the trade action. All right. So I'm not going to end up doing the discard action because it's only going to give me an extra 1 icon. I don't think it's worth it. So I'm just going to go straight up a trade. All right. So for every 2 bags, I'm going to get a gold. So remember, I built that building. So it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 divided by 2, that's going to be 3 bags. Now I could have paid an extra 2 coins to get an extra one, but I don't think it's worth it right now. So that's going to be 3 gold that I'm going to get from the general supply added to my personal supply. And this is pretty good because now I got 4 gold pieces to add to use to add workers to the middle of the board. That's pretty much my turn. After my action, I could add a card to my deck. Do I really want to do that right now? You know what? I think I will because I don't mind being short in cash right now because next turn, if I do a trade action again, I can move 1 space, come over here, and then for every bag symbol, I can get gold. So I can replenish my stock, and I think that's what I'm going to do next turn. So you already know what I'm going to do next turn. So I might as well do that. But let's see. Do I really want this character in my deck? Yeah, I think I do. So that's going to cost me 2 coins. Kind of running low. I only got 2 coins left. I'm going to add this to my discard, and I'm going to go gain one of these icons, one of those white virtue influences on the track as the benefit for adding this card to my deck. So now I've added 2 cards to my deck, right? And that was my turn. Do I cause a collision? No. Redrop the 3 cards, and there you go. So again, I'm going to go do the other 2 players' turns, and I'll be right back. Okay, so recap for the other 2 characters. We're pretty much all doing the exact same thing at the start of the game. We're all going to go get coins because they were sort of running low on those as well. So green came here, got coins. Yellow came here, got coins. And now my turn. I'm going to move 1 space and get coins. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to send her because I do only want to move 1 space. I could alternatively move 3 spaces to get to this spot as well, but I don't want to get all bunched up together. Considering I'm last to go, I'm going to run into them a lot. Actually, let's look at their abilities. This one's going to allow me to discard a card, get 2 coins, and this one, when it falls off, I get to flip a card over. So I mean, let's just go for this one. So I move 1 space. Oh, and I also want to look at actually the card that I want to buy because that's where I'm going to end my movement. Now, this is another criminal. I can add another criminal to my deck, although it is going to allow me to discard a card. And this one says when I play it, I get either 2 coins or remove a card from the game from my deck. That's pretty good. Whereas this one, it's either discard 2 cards or reorganize the cards in my tableau. So she adds a hammer and a bag, and he's a criminal. So all right, let's go down the criminal path this game. I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so let's play this card in our tableau. All right, so remember, everything gets shifted to the right. Add a card. See, it's a criminal. It's not a criminal. All right, move my my Viscount. Move only 1 space. I'm not gonna pay to move extra spaces, so I'm just gonna go here. Now, for every bag symbol, I'll get a coin from the general supply. This is gonna be a lot of coins. All right, so I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 coins. I could have discarded this for 1 to get an extra coin, but kind of pointless. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. Replenish my stock of coins. All right, so that was my action. Now I get to add a card to my discard pile if I want to buy it. It's only cost 1 coin. I might as well do it. Spend the 1 coin, pick it up, put it in my discard. All right, now this guy. When you get him, you get to discard a card. It can either be from your hand into the discard or from your current draw deck and put in your discard. What I think I'm going to do is I don't want to build manuscripts off the start of the... Actually, you know what? Let me go look it through my deck. Might be a better idea. So I'm going to go pick up my deck. I get to discard one of these guys. I think because I have a ton of coins already, I'm gonna just get rid of the trader. I'm gonna discard him and reshuffle my deck and place it back. All right, so that was this. Did I cause a collision? No. Redrop to 3. All right, so that's going to be, oh, I picked up my hero character, which I'm probably going to play next turn. He's going to allow me to get 1 of each resource. And that was basically my turn. So let's go see what my friends are going to do. All right, start of round 4. So my buddies, the green one went over here. It's the first one to add workers to the middle here. So he added 3. So they stood sort of, I forget what it's called in the rulebook, expand, collapse. I just call it an explosion. So if you have 3 in one spot, they all move. So one gets put in the middle, you get the benefit, and the other ones go to the left and right. But you'll see that when I end up doing that action, probably in 2 or 3 turns. The yellow one went over here and built a building and got another deed card. So another one off the top of the deck. And then it comes back up to me. All right, so let's look at my hand. I did get my hero townsfolk card on my last draw, and I think I'm going to play him. I like this guy. He gives you 1 of every resource plus a bag, so you can get even more resources. And I think that's maybe what my strategy is going to be this game. I can raise my a lot of my cards, including I built the building of the trade action. So when I do some trading, I'm going to get a ton of resources, and then I can dump a ton of resources to do really strong actions as I go. So I'm going to play this card. All right, so let's go in order like we normally do. So this card's going to fly off the track here. Now this one, when this one flies off, all right, very important, I get a black card and a coin. So I'm going to get a coin, and I'm going to get a, what is this, poverty card, or I forget what it's called. But that's going to go in my tableau area over here. And I'm going to add the coin to my stack. All right, everything else moves to the right. All right, let's add that card that I wanted to add. All right, some more bags. All right, so I'm going to move 1. Okay, that was that. It's not a criminal. Next, move. I'm going to move 1 space. Where do I want to go? I could pay an extra 2 to move up here if I wanted to. I do want to do a trade action because I have a ton of bags in my tableau. So let's do either inkwells or stone. I think I am going to go for stone because stone's pretty good. I also want to look at these 2 cards that are available because that's the one that I'm going to be able to add to my deck, right? So if I'm here, I can add this one to my deck, and if I'm here, I can add this one. Now, they're both hammers, so they both give me the exact same benefit. Alternatively, I can pay 3 and go on the same spot as the yellow character here and get gold instead. That'll be pretty nice, but then I'll have to add another criminal to my deck. I already got 3 or 4 criminals in my deck, so I think I'm good for now. I don't want to add any more criminals. But it is a strategy that you can deploy, I guess. All right, so I think because I sort of want to build a lot of buildings this game, let's go get some stone. Maybe I can get one of those guild halls out early. So let's, I'm going to move 1. I'm going to have to spend an extra 2 to go 1, 2. I could have also gone 1, but it's still going to cost me 1, 2 to go up here. All right, so it's going to be 2 coins. All right, to go 1, 2. All right, now for every 2 bags, I'm going to get a, I'm doing the trade action. For every 2 bags, I can get a stone. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, I can spend 1 coin to get an extra bag symbol, which is an extra stone. You know what? I might as well do it. Let's spend an extra coin. I'll show you how this action works. Well, I'm basically doing this. All right, you haven't seen me do it yet. The other players have done it. So you can augment your action by discarding the townsfolk card on your current tile to add those icons to the action. So I'm going to spend 1 to discard this card. Now I do get the benefit up here, but I don't think I'm going to use it. Sort of like the order where the characters are right now. So let's leave them like that. Discard it from the game. All right, but I'm going to add 1 bag symbol to my action. All right, so let's calculate that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 divided by 2. It's going to be 4 stone in my supply. 1, 2, 3, 4. So next turn I can probably build a guild hall. Well, soon. Put that up here. And that's pretty much it. So that was my action. I can add a card to my tableau. Let's see. Do I want to add this card? Ooh, double hammer. That's pretty nice. Let's do that. So it's going to cost me 3 coins. 1, 2, 3. Add this to my discard pile. All right, but he does give me a black card, which isn't great, but it is what it is. And then whenever I do a hammer, oh, okay, well, man, maybe I don't want him because he's gonna, every time he's in my tableau and I build something, I'm going to get a black influence, but I have a ton of criminals. You know what? I don't want him. Because I'm generating a lot of resources, that extra hammer, I don't think is going to be that useful. So let's put him back. Let's get back my 3 coins. All right, so collision, no. Draw back up to 3. And there you go. That's the end of my turn. So I'm going to have these cards. So it looks like I have my manuscript guy. Oh, I finally got my hammer guy. Let's see if I can build a building. And I have another trader in my hand. Okay. All right, quick recap on the other players. Green went over here and added more guys to the center of the board, so he's really trying to stake a claim over here and get the benefits out of here. And yellow went over here to get some more inkwells, probably to get more manuscripts. Maybe that's their strategy. Okay, so my turn to go. So let's go in order, like usual. Start from up here, go across. First thing is slide everything over. This thing, when it slides off, it is going to give me a free card and a white influence. I'm going to move this to the left. Everything slides down, but I get to recruit a character for free on the board. All right, it could be any character, not just where you're at. Now I do want to keep this guy on the board. I'm going to show you why after. I'm going to try to go build a guild hall on this side by paying this guy to use his symbols. So looking around, I don't have much other options. This is another hammer, this is another hammer, there's a criminal, and there's another criminal. At this point, might as well just add more criminals to my deck. Sure, let's go add this guy to my discard. Boom. Just like that, some more criminals. And now I got to do my action. So looking at my hand right away, probably not the best. I can't really do this action. I only have 1 inkwell with this. It'll only give me 2 icons. I would not even be able to build write any manuscripts because I need at least 3. So let's just toss that card. That's not a possibility. Again, hammers. Again, I do want to make it all the way around to build a guild hall here. So maybe I don't want to play this turn. So let's not play this one either. So I'm sort of forced to play this card. Okay. This one's going to allow me to move 3. It's going to give me a bag. Now, what do I want to do? I mean, I don't even have enough gold to put guys out on the board. I mean, you're not forced to play the action of the character that you're playing. But I mean, I can build it's all going to be all bags. So I can build one of these regular smaller structures here. I could get only, let's see, with 3, only 2 guys into the castle in the middle, or the inkwell gives me absolutely nothing. So, you know what? Let's move 3, and I'm going to do another trade action, I guess. I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 icons. So what do I want to do? I can, come here. That's a pretty good place. I can remove cards from the game, from my deck. I can come here and get some inkwells finally to maybe build some manuscripts or write some manuscripts later on. Let's see. I do have to move 3 spaces. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, which I don't want to do. Maybe I'm going to go over here and spend an extra gold to get some stone. All right, so actually I'm over here, so it's gonna be 1, 2, 3. You know what? Let's go get some inkwells. That's fine. So 1, 2, 3. Let's see. I had 6 icons. That's gonna be 3 inkwells from the general supply. Add those into my personal supply. So that this building is actually really, really good. It helps you get a ton of resources so that you can augment all your future actions because now they can all be a little better. Now yellow, because I finished my activation here, or did my action over here, they get to rearrange the cards in their tableau. I'll probably do that on their turn, but pretty much that's going to be my turn, right? I did my action. I can buy a card. I forgot to take that into account, actually. That's very smart. Do I really want to add another builder into my deck? No, you know what? I'm okay. I'm not going to end up doing that. That's fine. And there you go. I didn't cause a collision. Redrop my hand. So draw another card. And there you go. That's my turn. Let's go see what green's going to do. All right, so new round. Just FYI, I did screw some things up, but let me just give you a quick recap. So green went here to get the manuscript. Yellow went here to get some more stone. Before I continue, some things that I have to change. When I played him, I did forget to gain my bonus over here. And when I played her, I also forgot to do my bonus over here. So this will give me 1 of each resource. Sorry about that. Oh, and when I recruited him, this was supposed to happen as well. That was 3 mistakes in 1 round last turn. And this is going to let me discard a card and get 2 coins. All right, so the card I'm going to discard is, I'll just discard the manuscript there. Let's just say. All right, so on my turn now, let's get back to business here. I think what I'm gonna do is play my character here to put workers out into the middle because I do have a lot of gold, which will allow me to add a lot of guys out there. All right, so let's do that. First, let's toss everything over. So let's bring it over here. So this is going to allow me to flip over any card. I have both a depth and a deed card. This is just going to give me straight points. I can flip this over to get resources. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus another symbol, 6. With 6, I would still not be able to add 4 guys. So let's just go for the points. I'm going to flip over my deed card. Boom, more points. All right, the deeds go from 1 to 3 points, and the debt go from negative points to a free resource. Okay, everything else slides down. All right, so let's play this card here. All right, so shift, play a card. Did I play a criminal? No. Move my guy, so I'm going to move 2 spaces at a minimum. So I obviously want to go into the inner ring because I want to do a worker action. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and now I want to decide, do I want to add my workers right over here, or maybe over here, or maybe over here? I have a bunch of different options here. I also want to look at, remember, like usual, look at these 2 cards, and maybe I'm going to add one of them to my deck. I'm not entirely in love with either of these, neither with her, so I would have to go flying around to get maybe the Inkwell girl over here. You know what? I'll just stay where I am. Probably not a bad idea. All right, so I'm going to stay there. All right, so I'm not going to do the augmentation over here because she's not going to add me any gold symbols. You can't just use that power to flip a card over. That's just not how it works. Okay, next, the action I'm doing is the worker action, which is the gold. Look at my player board. So I only have 1 symbol. All right, so in reality, that'll only give me 1 worker in the middle. But I'm going to pay 4 gold to raise that up to 5 to add 3 workers out in the middle. So let's get 4 more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put that in the general supply. All right, now with 5, I'm going to take 3 guys. All right, and they go exactly right where your Viscount is. I'm going to just move this little guy over just a bit. Put that in there. Okay, there you go. My first guy is in the middle. Now, after you place, you're going to look throughout this whole castle, and wherever you have 3 or more characters, they sort of expand or combo or explode, however you want to call it. One of them is always going to go towards the middle, and just follow the arrows. When you're in tier 1, one's going to go to the left and one's going to go to the right. All right, so this one's going to go up here. This one's going to go to the left, and this one's going to go to the right. Now you can cascade into more explosions, but as you can see here, I don't have any other areas of 3 or more, so my turn is pretty much done here. All right, now I did move up here. Whenever you move into tier 2, you get a benefit of what it is. So here it's gained 2 white. So go to my player board here. So I'm going to gain 1 white, and you keep shifting it, right? You also carry the black token with you if you are moving it. So I'm going to shift it again right over here. All right, so this is going to cause a collision, so I'm going to have to do something at the end of my turn right over here. All right, but before we get there, all right, that was my action. Now I get to recruit a card. All right, so I'm over here. I might as well add her to my deck. Yeah, sure, why not? I have a lot of criminals. She can help me move my white marker over. So this is going to cost me just two coins. I'm going to take 2 coins. I'm going to take it. And when I add her to my discard, she lets me move my white token 1 more time. Boom. Okay, so there you go. That was adding a card. Now, resolve collisions. Okay, so this is a sort of 4-step process. First, if you have this building built, something's going to happen. Second, if you have any characters that have collision powers, that's going to happen. Third, the active player is going to activate the top part of where the collision was. So I'm going to get a coin and 2 red cards. So 1 coin and 2 deed cards. And these are going to go into my tableau. I'm just going to have an unorganized stack of cards here, but I'll go through it later near the end of the game. Okay, so that was the collision. After resolving the collision, sorry, the last step is everyone else gets to do the bottom part. So if they have one or more criminals in their tableau, they're going to gain a black thing, but nobody has criminals in their tableau, so nothing's going to happen. And then you just reset these markers. So this is going to go over here. This is going to go over here. And we're pretty much done. Next, I draw back up, but my draw deck is kind of empty, so let's give this a good shuffle. Now all those criminals that I bought in the last few rounds are going to start coming out. Should be fun. Let's give this a good cut. Goes right over here. Let me draw some cards. And there you go. So that's my turn. Let's go see what green's going to do. All right, pretty simple turn for the other two players. They both went here and got a bunch of gold for adding guys to the middle. All right, so my turn. Let's see, I'm sitting over here. Just a recap of my hand. I got a couple of builders and a worker slash bag lady. This one's not bad. She'll let me discard a card permanently from my deck, which is pretty handy if you want to thin out your deck building style. Maybe I'll just get rid of this card because it's, you know, it's much worse than these cards because these are your base cards. They don't add any benefit whatsoever. So what can I do? I could let's see, I go 1, 2, 3. I could pay a coin to just some options that I'm thinking. I can sort of do play this card so I can have a strength 3 worker, which will allow me to add 2 workers here, which will cause an explosion. So I'll add 1 to the top, 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and I'll get these resources. That doesn't excite me too much. And the other 2 are building cards to add another building. All right, let's do that. Let's go build. So from here, let's see, I got a 2 and a 2. I guess I'm moving 2. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, or I can go 1, 2. So do I want to build up here or up here? I can pay more to go up here, but why bother? I can just save money. Plus, I'd rather buy this card at the end of my turn than this card. So let's look at this. This is discarding a card, turning over deed or debt cards, resource of my choice, free recruit, or an inkwell. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with the discarding a card out of the game, just so I can thin my deck a little bit. All right, so let me play this one. All right, so let's go in order like usual. Slide everything to the right. This one doesn't have a slide power or a drop-off power. There you go. Next, add this card to my tableau. All right, now I can do this to augment my power. I think I have to. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 1 more to get a 7 to build a guild hall, and guess what? He can give me an extra 1 hammer. So I'm definitely gonna do that. So let's pay 2 coins to use this power. All right, so now I'm gonna have a strength 7 because this guy's gonna give me a hammer. Plus, when I paid for him, he's gonna give me white virtue. So let's move this to the right. Okay, so let's sorry, I forgot to move. Let's go in order. Move and then do that. So moving first, I would have gone 1, 2. All right, then I did the discard power. So now my strength is 7. I'm obviously doing the build action over here. And with a 7 strength, I can build a guild hall. All right, these are guild halls. They basically permanently augment whichever action is there. So I'm gonna have a permanent hammer, a permanent worker, or a permanent manuscript. Do I still want to go down the building path? I can build this one, or I can augment one of the other ones because I'm not getting a lot of traction on those ones. You know, let me get a permanent worker action here. So when I get to do the worker action, I can add more guys to the middle board. All right, let's do that. So I already had a strength of 7. I showed you. I'm gonna have to discard all the stone. So it's gonna be all 5 stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and I get to build this. I think what I'm gonna do is build it right over here. And that's going to allow me to discard a card from the game. And I think I'm going to just get rid of this card because it's kind of pointless. You know, I got a ton of builders and criminals that are giving me augmented hammer abilities. And this one is probably not going to be needed anymore. You can remove it from your hand or from your draw deck. I decided to get rid of it from my hand. Okay, so that was the action. Next, I can recruit a guy. Let's see. This character here costs 3. Oof, really expensive. It gives me a discard. It gives me a manuscript action. Oh, I did forget to do one thing, obviously. ongoing ability. Whenever I do a build action, I gain a white virtue. Oop, there you go. So that as long as I keep doing buildings while this thing's on my track, I'm just going to keep moving this marker over slowly. Yeah, so now, how many coins do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's see, I can pay 3. It's kind of expensive. This is I can spend an inkwell to get 2 instead of 1, because usually it's a one inkwell for 1. You know what, this card doesn't excite me that much, so yeah, I'm not going to buy it. Kind of a waste of cash. I'd rather buy something else. Okay, and then after check for collisions and draw to my hand size, I just have 1 card in my hand, so I'm going to draw 2. 1, 2. All right, so this is my hand for next turn. There you go. Criminals are coming out. Ooh, 2 gold. That's a good one. And I got my Abbot, which is another card I'd want to discard from the game. Okay, so there you go. That was my turn. Let's go see what my friends are going to do. Okay, so green went and get some more gold. Get ready. Next turn, they're gonna pound this this castle in the middle. And yellow, pretty simple. They went here. They had no more coins, so they thought it was a good idea to get some coins, refill their supply, so they can buy some characters. Okay, so red's turn. What do I want to do? Okay, so let's go in order. Let's slide the card off. So this one has no slide for discard power. Everything's gonna slide over. All right, so I have a ton of inkwells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 gold. Ideally, I get to 3 power so that I can put out 2 guys and cause sort of an explosion to move my guys out. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I think I'm going to play my criminal right now. Also, it'll give me some 2 gold. Maybe I can add even more guys out there. Okay, so let's do this in order. I'm going to add this guy to my tableau. All right, there's a criminal, so I got to move my thing to the right. Oh, I did forget to do that for one of my my opponents. Sorry about that. Oh, and the other one as well. We all played criminals last round. Okay, next. It was a criminal. I moved it over. I get to move, so I get to move 3. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Now I want to get over here, so I'm gonna pay an extra coin to get right over here. Yeah. Okay, now let's, do we want to augment the power? No, it's going to cost me 3 coins to get a +1 to my power. Kind of pointless right now. It's way too expensive. So which action do I want to do? I want to do the worker action. So right now, looking at my tableau, I have 1, 2, 3, 3. So now if I can pay 2 gold, by the way, oh, this is when it slides off, I get 2. Oh, damn. So I thought I was going to be able to do it now, but I can't. But either way, this is still good. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to use my gold because it's going to be pointless to get to 4. I actually need to get to 5 to add 2. So I'm only going to add 2 guys to the castle. So I'm going to get 2 guys. Whoops. I'm going to add it here. Right where my Viscount is, and out of here. Now, as you can see, this is going to cause sort of an explosion. This guy's going to move up. This guy's going to move to the right. And this guy's going to move to the left. Okay, as you can see here, the benefit from here is I get to discard a card from the game or get a free recruit. I think what I'm going to do is keep getting rid of these basic cards from my deck, make my deck a little better. So let's get rid of the Abbot. So that's 2 cards I removed from my deck. All right, and I think that's it. My last option is I can actually pay 3 to recruit this character, another criminal to my deck. I can create a criminal empire. Now this one lets me, if I flip a black card, I can flip. Whenever I flip a black card, I flip also a red card. Ooh. Considering I have all kinds of these cards that I'm not flipping over, that might be a good idea. So let me pay 3 coins. Although I am running low on coins. I only got 4 left. Ah, man. No, you know what? I won't recruit him. I do want to save up my coins for other things like movement and all that stuff. So I'm going to hold as is like this. So now no collisions. My white token's there. Redraw up to my hand size. Well, it's going to be 2 draws because I discard the other card from my hand. And there you go. So another criminal, some bags, and some more icons. So that was my turn. Add more guys to the middle. So green, what they're going to do for sure is going to add more guys to the middle. They have all kinds of gold. And Yellow, I'm not sure what they're going to do. I think they're going to go for the manuscript here so they can add a guild hall to the board, which would be pretty good. All right, so let me be right back. All right, let's keep going here. The green went over here and put some more guys out on the board. Obviously, he's trying to pound this thing. And yellow actually did something surprising. He managed to get a guild hall up here to get an inkwell. We both gained this bonus. So when you finish a connection on the outside, so yellow and I both gain on the white track. Now for this round here, I think what I might do is I sort of want to cause a collision, because when this thing activates, they both have criminals on their board, so they're both going to get a black influence. So I'm just trying to figure out how I can do that. I can sort of go recruit him, which is going to cause my black to go down. I can also finish here to go my white up. Depends whether I want the collision to happen here or to here. Looking at my hand, I think I'm just going to keep adding guys to the middle here, maybe right over here to cause a sort of explosion here, and then I'll get to recruit him and cause a collision. Right? Probably a good idea. Plus I can get a strength of 3, which will add only 2 guys here, which is the minimum I needed to cause the collision. If I was here, I would just be able to add 2 and it wouldn't do anything. All right, so I think this is a good idea. So I'm looking at my hand. So I think I'm going to play this lady over here. So let's go to my board. Let's go in order like usual. Slide everything over. So my crappy squire gets... I really want to discard this guy, get it out of the game. Anyway, we're going to slide everything over. Let's play my lady. So that's the play. Was it a criminal? No. Move my... my Viscount 2 spaces. We're going to go 1, 2. We're going to stay on the inside, obviously, because we want to do that action. Now, do I want to discard that townsfolk to modify my action? Let me think about that for a second. I technically could to add 1 extra guy to the board. Is it worth it? No, I don't think I will. I think I'm just going to recruit him. Actually, wait, what's his power? It's whenever I flip over a debt card, I get a white and a coin. Probably not the best card. So you know what? I will use his icon then. I think that's probably a better idea. Yeah, so let's do that. So I'm going to pay 2 coins. 1, 2. Okay, so I'm going to use his power. So I'm going to get a black influence. Let's go to my board. It's going to collide right over here. All right, so what action do I want to do? I want to do the worker action. So I have 1 icon, 2 icon, 3 icon. All right. With the discarded card is 4, strength of 4 plus 1 more gold. So that's a strength of 5. All right, look over here, strength of 5. I get to add 3 guys to the board. So 1, 2, 3. All right, so let's put these guys right over here. All right, now I got to resolve the board, so this is going to move up. So I'm going to get a stone and an inkwell. Thank you very much. All right, this guy's going to go to the right. This guy's going to go to the left. All right, no more collisions. We're done. But before this phase ends, if there's any space on the board that has more than 3 characters or workers, I get to boot one of them out. So I'm obviously going to boot the green one guy back to his supply. All right, but he gets something for it because it was on tier 1. He's going to get 2 coins from the general supply. Let's give him this. And that's okay for him because he had no coins left. So at least he's got something. And there you go. That was pretty much my turn. All right, now I got to deal with the collisions. So that was my action. Now I can recruit a card. I only have 2 coins left. I can get this scoundrel here, which is only 1 coin. It's another criminal. You know what? Might as well. It's only 1 coin. Pay 1. Put it in my deck. I do get to discard a card. Looking at my hand or my draw deck. Let me discard a card here. I'm going to discard my other crappy criminal. Just put this in my discard. And then I get to shuffle this and draw back up to my hands. Actually, that should have been the last thing I do, because I get to resolve the collision first. So I'm going to go here. No special bonuses. Nothing here happens on collisions at all. So I'm going to get a coin and a red card. Red card and a coin. And everyone else is going to get a black influence because they all have at least 1 criminal on their board. So let me just do that quick for them. All right, then I draw up to my hand size, and there you go. Finally finished my turn. Okay, let's see what I drew. Probably a criminal. Nope. Yeah, I drew the journeyman, I believe. Yeah. Okay, well, there you go. That's my turn. Let's go see what my friends are going to do. I'm not sure what they're going to do. He's pretty much out of resources. He might, although he has some gold, maybe he's going to pound this area again to kick my guys out. We'll see. So I'll be right back. All right, so green went up here to get more gold pieces like usual. He's probably going to go on his next turn, come over here and put some more guys in the middle. And yellow came here to go get a manuscript. I think he's going to start getting like manuscripts every turn now because he has a ton of inkwells. Now, when he got this one, actually that one got revealed, and I'm really interested in that manuscript because it's a endgame scoring. For every criminal you have, you're going to score extra points. And I have a ton of criminals. That's going to be a great tile for me. So I think I'm going to go after it. So I think what I'm going to do is... Now I do need a 6 manuscript or inkwell. So I'm going to have 1. With the card I played 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to have to spend 4 of my inkwells, but I think it's worth it. Alright, so let's go in order here. Slide everything off. Well, she does nothing for me. This thing slide. I think I'm going to play my criminal right over here. So a couple of things. It's criminal. I'm going to move black. So it's going to go 1, 2 down. Because I got 2 icons on my board. All right, and now I could, well, first I move. So I'm going to have to pay a coin to move an extra space. So it was only a 1, so I'm going to have to go 2, 1, 2. Now, by going here and doing my action here, yellow can rearrange their board. I think they're going to make one small switch. Just going to do that off camera, quick. All right. All right, now that I'm there, I want to do my action. So let's do manuscript action. So we already know I have 2 skulls. I need 4 more, so I'm going to pay 4 in inkwells. All right, now I'm going to go grab this tile. That's going to be my first manuscript of the game. All right, I could have also paid 2 to get that extra icon, but I only got 1 coin left, so that was not a possibility. And then I could recruit, but again, only 1 coin left. I'm probably going to have to go to one of these places to get coins in the next few turns to restock up, or maybe get this manuscript here, which gives me 4. But anyway, so I can't do any of that. No collisions, draw back up to my hand size. And let's see what I drew. Oh, I drew the trader, who's good at getting me coins. So maybe I'm going to go for that next turn. All right, so there you go. Pretty quick turn. Just got a manuscript. So let's go to green. All right, so green went over here, got a bunch of coins. And actually something interesting that yellow did, they went around the board and they got the manuscript that let them build a guild house for free, which is pretty good. So they got this one. Now this spot here, because we got a connection, lets you move somebody in the tier 1 left or right of space. Well, because yellow didn't have, well, they couldn't take advantage of this, but I definitely did with the guy right over here, moved it over, because now I think what I'm going to do on my turn is I'm going to go here, put some guys in here, they're going to explode, then this one's going to explode again, it's going to cause a massive chain reaction, I'm going to get a couple of benefits as we go. All right, so I think the card I'm going to play is, I do want to move 2 spaces, so it sort of has to be the journeyman unless I pay a coin to move the other guys, but no, I think I definitely don't want to play him. All right, but let's go in order. So this guy's going to drop off. All right, he's going to give me 2 gold pieces. Grab those from the general supply. All right, everything slides over. All right, so let's play this dude over here. Actually, you know what? Because I do want to flip over some cards sooner rather than later, I think I'm going to play her because I'm collecting quite a bit and I do want to flip some of them over to get extra points. So let's play her instead. Sure. Let's do that. I think that's a good idea. Actually, no, because I do want to recruit a guy after and he costs 2. And I only have, actually I only have 1 coin. Oh no, I wouldn't be able to do it anyway. So this will cost me everything I have. Sure. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to play her. All right, it's not a criminal. Move my Viscount. I'm going to move 1, 2. All right, so that is going to cost me my last coin to move there. Now I have no more coins, so I can't do the discard thing. Which action do I want to do? I do want to do the worker action, which is the yellow. So looking at my board, I have 1, 2, 3. All right, just with 3, I can put 2. But I think I'm definitely going to pay the extra 2 gold to put an extra guy. So I'm going to have to put 3 guys out. So let's grab 3 workers. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so add them straight over here. And look at that. I am creating a massive logjam right over here. Okay, so what's gonna happen is explosion. One guy's gonna go in the middle. It's gonna be 2 influence right there. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, which is good. All right, one's gonna go to the right, and one's gonna go to the left. All right. After that, this one gonna cause an explosion. So it's gonna go in the middle. It's gonna be a stone and an inkwell into my supply. One's gonna go to the right, and one's gonna go to the left. After that, this one's gonna cause an explosion. This one's gonna go up. Another 2 influence. Boom, boom. Just like that, I caused a collision, which is fantastic. One to the right, one to the left. All right, then this one's gonna cause a collision, so this one's gonna go up. Now these ones don't go to the left and right, it's only on tier 1 that they scatter. But this is basically, if I can ever cause an explosion here, every single time it reaches here, he's gonna jump up. All right. Now when he goes to the middle, I get a resource of my choice. I think I'm gonna go get a stone right now. Yeah, let's go get a stone. I do want to build more buildings in the next few turns. All right, so that was really good. Now by reaching the top, and I have the most, I'm gonna get this card. All right, now my hand size is up by 1, so I'm gonna have 4 cards, and it's gonna be 5 points at the end of the game. Now, if anyone ever beats the amount of guys I have in the middle, I have to give them this card, but for right now, it's mine. So let's put that right in front of me somewhere over here so I don't forget. All right, so that was my action. I believe that's all I would do, right? Yeah, this is one comes in play, falls off. All right, so now recruit, I can't, I have no cash. Collision, yes. All right, no special abilities, no nothing. So I'm gonna get a coin and a red card. Another red card, another deed. Everyone else, if they have a criminal, is gonna move, and this is only gonna be yellow who's gonna do that. So let's do that for yellow, and then I keep forgetting to tell you guys, but you're supposed to reset these after the collision, and then draw up to my hand size. But now my hand size is 4, so this is 1 card, and I'm gonna have to shuffle my deck and draw another card. So give this a good cut. Add this to my hand. Now I'm not sure what the other 2 characters or players are gonna do, so I'll be right back. All right, so green one here and got some stone. Not sure why, just felt like it. And yellow one here to get another manuscript. All right, so now it's back to me. And I actually did a small calculation. So there's only 5 red cards left and 4 black cards left. So game's gonna end sooner rather than later. Maybe 5 or 6 turns, not even 5 turns left before all those cards are gone. So I gotta make a decision. What do I want to do? Try to score the most points possible. I think I'm going to start trying to figure out ways to flip my cards over as fast as possible so I can get some points for them. So let's do some stuff here. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is use a criminal. Here, it's whenever I flip a black card, I get a recruit or remove a card from my deck. This one is a swindler. All right, so let me play this because I think I'm going to end up flipping a black card this turn. All right, so let me show you how this is done. Okay, so slide everything over. Well, she has no ability. Slides off. Play a card. I'm gonna play this guy. He lets me move. Well, he's a criminal. I got 2 criminals on my board, so this is gonna go down twice. Yeah, he has an ongoing ability. So now I get to move 3 spaces. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 up here. Now green can rearrange their board. Yeah, I think they will. They're gonna flip these 2 cards around. A little off-screen action. All right, now from there, I'm gonna do a build action. All right, because I do want to build right over here. So I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna have. Oh, I don't have the +1. All right, that's fine. So I'm gonna have 1, 2. I'm gonna pay 1 stone. All right, to get 3, and with 3, I can build one of these 2. Now, alternatively, I could have paid 2 more to build one of these 2. Actually, you know what? It's probably a better idea because the net return in points is much higher. This would only be 2 points. This is going to be +5 points. So you know what? Let me pay the extra 2 stone. So 5 stone plus the icon here and here. That's going to be 5 in total. All right, I'm going to put out one of these. And I think I'll put out the one that lets me move a little bit faster. All right, let's put this one out. And I'm going to put it right here. Now this one lets me flip over a black or a red card. So let me put this away. But I I caused this connection here, so both of me and yellow are going to get a gold. So let's do that quick. Gold for you, gold for me. All right, so remember, I get to flip over a black card. So I'm gonna, or black or red, I'm obviously gonna flip over this black card because then his ability is gonna come into play. Whenever I flip over a black card, I get to either remove a card from the game or recruit for free. And when I flip this over, it gives me a resource. So let's flip this over. All right, which resource do I want? I think I'm gonna go for stone, just so that if I have to build again, I can maybe try to get the 15 points there, which is plus 6 points. That'll be pretty nice. Or do I want to put more guys out in the center of the board? Yeah, let's go for stone. Sure, why not? Get a bit of everything. Alternatively, I could have gone for maybe inkwells, so I can try to get one last manuscript, or try to get, let's see, I only have one anyway. Yeah, stone is fine. All right, so I did my action. Yeah, so I built this here. I got my bonus for it. Oh, now this triggers, I get to remove a card from the game. I think I'm just gonna remove my trader from the game. He's an okay card, but kind of useless. So let's get rid of that. Now I've only 1 coin left, and this costs 1 coin, but you know what? I'd rather keep it just in case I need to move next turn an extra space. So let's not recruit anyone. That's this, then collision, no. Drop to my hand size, draw 2 more. Because my hand size is 4 because of the castle card. Actually, I'll put it right up here so you guys can see. And there you go. This is what I'm going next turn into. We'll see what I do. Okay, let's put this away. So what is green gonna do? Let's see. He's here. I think he's gonna go maybe in one of these 2 spots and do his stuff, and maybe yellow's gonna go get another manuscript to keep adding to their nice collection over there. All right, so green did something interesting. He actually went to go build a building because he had so much stone. Before the end of the game, might as well build a guild hall to some good points there. So he did that. Yellow came over here to get another manuscript. So they're on the collecting path right there. Now, what should I do on my turn? Just looking over my options on the board. I think I'm gonna go after a manuscript as well because I like that one. That's endgame scoring for blue bags, and I have a ton of blue bags, icons all over the place. So. Plus I got inkwells to get rid of. So another reason is because my other manuscript is blue. So if I manage to get another blue one, I'm going to get the special blue card, which is points plus extra icons, which will help for that ability as well, to score extra points. So let's go through this. I think what I'm going to do is first slide everything over. He's got no ability. By the way, there are barely any cards left. The game will end in the next 2 turns for sure, I think. And you know what? Let's play the... play a criminal. Sure, let's go down another 2. 1, 2. All right, now I'm going to move 3 spaces. Let's go 1, 2, 3, exactly where I want to go, right over here. Now I need 5 manuscript to get that one. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all my inkwells. All right, that's going to give me this one. So now I got per criminal and per 2 bags, which is really good. All right, these are both blue. Doesn't help in the set collection, but it will help if I can get another blue one, which would be awesome. Plus, there's another blue one right here. If I can race to this one and get it, there's a chance I can if yellow doesn't see it. Maybe yellow's going to come here and take it before me. Actually, he's at 2 blue as well. You know what? Since he saw me do that, there's a good chance that his next turn is just going to come here and scoop that up so that I don't get it, and they're going to get the point. So maybe that was a useless move by me, but it is what it is. Okay, so that's my turn. Do I want to buy the card that's there? Let's see, that one costs 3. Do I even have 3 coins? No, I still have only 1 coin, so that's not going to happen. I didn't cause a collision. Let's just draw back up to 4 cards. There you go, I got the financier. All right, and that's going to be the end of my turn. Let's go to green. All right, welcome back. Green went here and added guys to the board, so it kicked out a couple of my guys from the middle if you were keeping track, because there was more than 3 in certain areas, but I got some bonuses for that, so that's fine. Yellow went and get that manuscript that I really wanted, so I'm sort of having to pivot here in my strategy. I'm gonna have to give up on the blue unless a cheap blue manuscript comes out, but he already got the bonus for the blue, so I actually don't want to do it anymore because he's already getting that, so it's kind of pointless. So I don't really want blue, any other color but blue, maybe to get some different bonuses. I think what I'm gonna do is maybe keep pounding the middle over here, adding some guys, getting bonuses, because the game is going to end soon. So let's just do that. But if I go here and add guys, it'll go up. I'll add another guy to the middle, but I'm not going to be gaining anything but resources. I'm going to get an inkwell, a stone, and whatever one of my choice. Plus all of these, maybe. I would like to do something that gives me more points. Let's see, what's my inkwells? I got one inkwell. I got 2 criminals on my board. So whatever action I do, I will get a +2 because this is going to slide off. All right, so let's do it in order. This is going to slide off anyway. So this lets me flip over a card. Let's flip over the red card. Here, deed. So slide that over. So now I do have +2. I mean, I could do it with the squire. I do have 1 inkwell. I mean, if I play this character, it's going to give me another inkwell. I can go ahead and get this one, maybe a black one. Because I do want to add, you know what? I do want to add guys to the board because I do want to keep flipping cards over because the game is going to end soon, and whoever's the most flipped over of red or black, depending on which deck it's finished first, but they look like there's 2 cards in each deck, so there's a chance they both finish at the exact same time. So I want to race to get those endgame points. So you know what I'm going to do instead? I'm actually going to play my squire, all right, with no ability. Actually, no. I'm going to play my Lothair. All right, so let me put him down. So this is blah blah blah. So he's not a criminal. All right, then I get to move. I get to get +1 movement, but I do want to move at 3. 1, 2 with my free movement. I'm gonna have to pay a coin to move over here. Let's pay that coin. All right. Now I want to do my action from there. Yellow can rearrange their board. I'll do that off screen later. But let's see. From there, let's do the worker action. So I have 1, 2, 3. This doesn't add anything. 3, 3, 3. I can add 4, but 4 is pointless because it's 3 or 5. Is there any way for me to add a +1 on top of that? Oh, that's why. I forgot to give my resources for this. That's how I get to 5. So I'm going to get a gold, a stone, and an inkwell. All right, so I have 3 plus the 2 gold here. It'll allow me to add 3 guys to the board. So let's go grab 3 of these workers and let's add them at my current location. 1, 2, 3. All right, now from here, one's gonna go up, one's gonna go to the right, one's gonna go to the left. All right, now from here, this is flips over a card, so I'm gonna flip over another red card. It's pretty good. I'm in the lead of red for sure, and black I'm tied for lead. So I'm going to get some good endgame scoring points if it ends like this. All right, so that's it. Now I can buy a card. I only 2 coins left. This costs 1 coin. You know what? I don't even want this guy in my deck. That's fine. Collision, no. It's going to happen soon. And then draw it back to my hand size. So 1 card. And boom, just like that. That's going to be the end of my turn. Now, is there any areas with more than 4 on here? No. So I think I'm good. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I should have added the guys here so that I can... Anyway, that's fine. No, because I'd rather flip cards over. It's late in the game. Okay, so that's it for red. Let's go to green. Okay, well, interesting thing happened. Green did something I was not expecting. He went over here, dumped a bunch of guys into the castle. It exploded all over the place. He got a guy in the middle. He's very close. He kicked out even more of my guys. He's dominating the middle here. And he got the collision, so he took out all the red cards because it was all the way at the end. So now this is going to be the last round of the game. So it goes green, yellow. Endgame is triggered, so we're all gonna have 1 more round. So this is gonna be my last action for the game. And looking at the board, I'm kind of not happy with the situation. I could do a move to try to secure my place in the castle by sending another guy on top. It would be impossible for green to cause a, well, I think a double. Actually, no, it might be impossible for him to cause a double collision to get 2 green guys out in the middle. I could also try to maybe get a manuscript so I can get endgame scoring points. I can flip over. I do need to make sure that I get at least 1 black card so that I could make them both score, because I do have the most red cards flipped over, and that's going to score me a lot of points, 12 points at the end of the game with those 2 black cards done. But this is going to be pretty easy to get the 2 black cards. All I have to do is gain 1 black influence. I'm going to get those 2 black cards for sure. Well, it is going to be -4 points, but it is going to sort of I'm still going to gain 12 -4, still a net of 8 points, which is really good. Actually, wait, no. Yeah, it is going to be a net of 8 points. So, what do I want to do? I think I am going to just send my guy, because it is 5 points by having the guys there. Do I have any other option? No, I don't want to go for bags. I can go here to start flipping over cards, but that's kind of pointless. Yeah, I don't have a choice. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's do it. I think I'm gonna play the do I have any play right away action? No, this is just discard a card. This is just gets off the track. I think I'm gonna have to play the squire. And let's see how this turns out. I do have to send 2 guys, so I'm gonna need a strength of 3. And yeah, with the criminal I'll have exactly 3. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. So let's slide everything over. This one nothing happens. Slide. Actually, I'm not going to be playing a criminal, so I do have to play a criminal because I do want this to slide over to the right. Yeah, no choice. So let's play the criminal. Actually, it's going to slide over twice. I'm going to get 3 of them. No, that's -6. Oh, that's not what I want at all, because I did forget that I have 2 criminals, so it's going to slide over twice. Yeah, I don't want that to happen. You know what? Instead, I'm going to use the power over here to gain the steps on the right. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So instead of playing the criminal, let's play the squire. Okay, so I do get to move 2 spaces, but I'm going to move a lot more than 2. Alternatively, I could try to build this, and this is going to be a net of 6 points, which might be better if I can put out this building. Plus, I'll gain something else on the main board. Let's see, is there anything else out here that's interesting for me? I can go to some flip over card spot. There's no connections I could really make on the outside unless I go all the way down here or go over here. There's no connections over there. Let's go with my original plan. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I played the squire, so let's move for 2. 1, 2. I'm gonna pay 2 to move an extra 2 again. That's gonna be 2 coins. 1, 2. All right, now I'm gonna pay 3. 1, 2, 3 to use this character. It's gonna give me 2 icons plus a black influence. So let me go to the right one time. So that's gonna collide. All right, so I'm gonna have I'm doing the worker action. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the card I just discarded. So that's more than I need. So that's gonna allow me to put 3 guys out on the main board. 1, 2, 3. All right, so it's collide is going to go here. It's going to be an inkwell and a stone, and this is going to go in the middle. The resource of my choice, let's just go with a stone. Doesn't really matter at this point. Then this is going to go to the right, and this is going to go to the left. All right, so hopefully with 2 guys up there, I'm going to secure those 5 points for the end of the game. And that's basically it. I don't really need to. I have 1 coin left, so I can't really do anything. Draw back up to my hand size, and that's going to be all my actions for the game. Oh, sorry, I do have to finish off my turn. So cause a collision. It's going to be 3 coins. 1, 2, 3, and 2 black cards. The last 2 on the deck. Oh man, that's going to hurt. Maybe -6 points. Yeah, everyone else without a criminal. Let's see. No, they both. Actually, he doesn't have a criminal. So let's do that. And then this resets. And that's it for my game. What I'm going to do is I'll finish off the other 2 players' turns, and I'll come back for endgame scoring, and I'll see where I'm at. All right, so endgame scoring. Did some quick mathematics here. Looks like I brought it down with 67 points. Green was not far behind, 59, and the yellow was lagging a little bit behind with 50. They didn't get to flip over a lot of cards. They didn't get a lot of endgame scoring points there. But how you score, a bunch of different things. First of all, your buildings that you built. So if you look on the top here for the different sets, you'll score some points. After that, you'll score for your manuscripts, both if you have the gold ones that the score, or if you have sets. The set collection points are right over here. So if you have one of every color, it's 16. If you have 3, so you can score multiple sets. After that, you're going to score something I did forget during the gameplay for you guys in the castle here. So every guy in tier 1 is a point, every guy in tier 2 is 2 points, and every guy in the top tier is at 3 points. Oh, by the way, I did forget to tell you at the end of the game, Green did end up getting that leader card, sending a bunch of guys in the thing. He must have scored at least an extra 10 points on the last round, or even more. After that, you're going to calculate your debts and your deeds, just the cards in general. So the debt, if you don't flip them over, they're negative a point. The deeds are a point, or if you flip them over, they're 3 points each. You got some leader bonus cards, so whether it's the castle or a remember all those cleric cards, you also get some points there. And finally, depending on which card you got to this point, they're going to score extra points. So if the red card gets here, whoever flipped over the most black cards are going to score points. So 12 for the most, second most, third most. Same thing for that card. If they're both flipped over at the end game, you're going to do that for both colors. And because they're both flipped over, that's what we did. I noticed that when you're playing, most of the time they both flip over. 3 out of my 5 games or so. So there you go. That's how you score. That's how you play. Let me know what you think. If I made any mistakes, we'll see you in the next one. Later.